Hey guys, my name is Jay Ford, director of What If. When I started working on What If, my goal was to create something that really connects with artists. I looked at a lot of Canon films and other projects for inspiration, but I knew I wanted to make something a little bit different, something that came from a personal place. And that's how the story of What If came to life. It's a story about creativity through the lens of three unique artists.
White picket fences, dreaming ahead.
To be honest, the hardest part about this film wasn't the shooting or the editing, it was finding the talent. We had such a short time with these cameras, so everything had to happen really fast. My producer and I worked hard to find three creatives who not only had amazing stories, but who also could fit everything within the same week. Somehow, we made it happen. We ended up with CJ, Gabby, and Jalen, each of them bringing something special to the table. CJ is one of the most talented people I've ever met. He's not just an incredible artist, he's good at pretty much everything he touches. Gabby, man, she's a star in the making. The way she moves is not just dancing, it's like watching art in motion. And then there's Jalen. His music's on another level. It's deep, emotional, and it feels like it belongs in a blockbuster movie. Once we had our dream team, we were ready, and it was go time.
Day one of three. What numbers on?
What up, guys?
You ready?
Day one, we started with Jalen. This was our chance to really put the Canon EOS C70 to work. For the lenses, we used the Canon Cinema Prime lenses. We used the 24, 35, and the 50mm, and this was my first time ever working with them, and it delivered. Everything was sharp and focused, and it was a perfect game changer. We started the day by knocking out Jalen's voiceovers and sound bites, and usually for my films, I like to get those done first because you can build around the story, and then you can focus on the shot list. And then a tool I use for shot list is called Shot Deck. It's perfect for filmmakers to create a mood board or a shot list to create the perfect look for your film. For this scene at the beginning of the film, we pulled inspiration from one of my favorite cinematographers, Christina Yang, whose framing made her characters look larger than life. And if you see the side-by-side, I think we did a pretty good job.
Brett Blackwell, scene performance, take one.
After we got the essentials, we let loose and shot handheld. Jalen has a natural energy, and we didn't want anything to seem too polished or overplanned. We kind of just let him do what he does. We wrapped up the day with a beautiful sunset on a rooftop and a perfect day to end day one.
I remember how that last summer changed my life. Had a lot of dark and it finally came to light.
Day two was all about CJ. He's an artist with such a colorful personality. So I wanted his shots to reflect just that. Jalen's segment was more neutral with whites and blues, but CJ's needed to pop. Our lighting tech, Drizza, brought in colorful lights, and we used CJ's paintings to make the set feel like his personal studio.
Here's a little hush money, hope that make us cool. And don't forget to shut the door when you hit the road. Well, like what happened? Guess I'm a has-been. You can't even contact any staff here. So many years that I put in on the back end. I guess it never really mattered, man.
To tie everything together, we reused the same establishing shot from Jalen's segment, but gave it to CJ in his own unique style.
And for this next shot, I got a lot of inspiration from one of my favorite shows, Euphoria. Marcel Rev is a legend cinematographer that I get a lot of inspiration from. And I just wanted to get this shot of kind of a dreamy type of vibe with CJ. And I just had my DP shine a light from the outside and then haze it up a little bit. And it came out clean again, and hopefully you guys liked it.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, action.
The biggest liar of them all, I do regret it. If I can take it back, I know she glad he have it. became my
Before we go too deep,
I went
let's do a
back to
circle and you'll be the
basics,
last
million
thing in the middle.
faces. Fell to my knees and told God I need a facelift. He had
Oh
left me
my
up
God.
and now I'm back in his graces.
Something I discovered during the shoot is CJ is not just a talented artist, he's also a dancer. So at the end, we just play some music and just let him do his thing.
For me, yeah. I'm in the game.
The way we captured the moment felt natural and real, and it was the perfect way to end the day. By the time day 3 rolled around, we were all exhausted and tired, but we all knew we had to push through.
On day 3, we shifted our focus to Gabby, the talented dancer. We selected another studio in downtown LA for her shoot. My goal was to showcase the capabilities of the EOS R5C and how it compares to the C70.
Since Gabby's movements are so fast and fluid, we used a lightweight setup with the Canon EOS R5C on a DJI gimbal. This was a great way to test the autofocus on the R5C, and it did not disappoint. For interviews, we used a 2-camera setup. The C70 as our main camera and the R5C as a second angle. We went for that clean cinematic interview look that you sometimes see on Netflix, with one camera slightly to the side with some soft lighting, and then we shot it on the shadow side to make it look more professional and cinematic. Gabby's establishing shot stood out the most to me. Her movement combined with the music just felt powerful. It brought everything together and really set the tone for the rest of the day.
This is why I love the C70 so much, because you can not only get these amazing dolly shots that show like movies, but you can also grab it and do run and gun and go handheld and get that same type of look without having too much effort. And these images kind of prove it for itself. So C70, man, it's a game changer. This was one of my favorite shots of the entire film. We used the Canon Cine 18-80 lens, and I got the direct reference from a film that I seen by Ben Carey. He used this shot and I was mesmerized, and I just knew this would be a perfect shot for the film, and I think we did really well with it. Like I said, this is my favorite shot, and that lens is so perfect.
For Gabby, we ended the day in a beach in Malibu catching the sunset. And man, it was such a perfect vibe. And those last few shots right before the sun disappeared just tied everything together. This entire project's been the craziest ride, from the nonstop shooting, the nonstop editing, and the sleepless nights. In all honesty, I couldn't have done it without my team. I am incredibly grateful for them because they took this small idea and made it way bigger than what I could have done on my own. At the end of the day, this film isn't about cool shots or amazing gear. This film was about showing what's possible when you make that leap. Just like CJ, Gabby, and Jalen, they took that leap and dealt with those what-ifs that we all deal with. And now they're living the life that they always dreamed of.